I'm Ian Kistruck, and as Andrew so kindly said, I'm the design team leader at Triumph Motorcycles. With a rich history preceding it, Triumph has got 22 years in its recent incarnation as a family-owned business, designing, manufacturing and selling inspirational motorcycles around the world. As you know, the brief for this presentation is for me to convey to you how we at Triumph infuse passion and innovation into our products and brand. Hopefully by the end of this presentation it'll be quite clear to you that these are just ingrained in Triumph's culture. I'm going to talk around a few things, me, which I won't dwell on because I want to spend most of my time talking about the product and brand. Now they're not just interesting, they're inspiring, fascinating. In fact, they're a lifestyle. If you were to ask a Triumph employee to list some adjectives that relate to Triumph, and I'm talking about the whole business, from a junior apprentice all the way up to the owner, John Bloor, who's the guy sat in the background of that lower picture, I would hazard a guess that most would have passionate and innovative in their top 5, and that includes me. They're not characteristics that I've picked up by being a Triumph employee. They come from way before that. They're things like nature and nurture. And I don't think Triumph would be what it is today if it relied on our new members converting to the culture along the way. We each brought with us our own history of passion. My story is typical for an engineer, I guess. My dad was a CNC machinist, the type of job where you could smell the cutting tool lubricant when you walk through the door at the end of the day. Me and my brother used to tinker with everything and anything, from making improvements to our push bikes, to taking apart our parents' stereo system, to helping my dad change the discs and pads on the family car. I think when you have the desire to find out how everything you come across is made, and you get a warm fuzzy feeling when the world around you is nice and logical and ordered, you're probably destined to be an engineer. Then we come to motorbikes, and this part of my psyche is nurture. My stepdad's profession was a firefighter, but his life was biking. From a young age, he was my window into this unique world. When I think of real riding and obsession, it's images like these that come to my mind. It's about the machine, camaraderie, and the open road. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but I can honestly say I wake up each working day with a smile on my face, because that's the day I get to go and design motorbikes. But I couldn't just work for any motorcycle company. For me, it has to be Triumph. And I think that probably translates to the consumer mindset as well. Most bikers wouldn't just buy any motorbike. True, for some, it's a simple matter of cost. But for others, it's a matter of experience, a matter of image, style, quality, reliability, and again, a matter of lifestyle. As a designer, I'm committed to delivering the real riding obsession to our Triumph riding family. Our customers aren't buying a commodity, they're buying an experience they get to go out and enjoy every single time they hit the road. So to me, real riding and obsession aren't simply 3 words. Real is who we are. We're authentic, practical and honest. We make real bikes for real riders. Riding is our focus, it's our backbone. Every bike we produce is home to be the perfect balance of handling, power and style. Bikes that bring out the best in a rider. And obsession, it's our lifeblood. It's the magic ingredient that makes us who we are. It's what allows the company the size of Triumph to win against and outsell competitors 5 times our size. So I hope by now you're getting the message that infusing passion at Triumph isn't exactly the most difficult of jobs. It turns our task from infusing passion into capitalising on it. To ignore that would be to ignore a key business strength. The passion of Triumph staff is embedded into our products, and I think that's apparent to our customer, which is why they want to own and ride a Triumph. So I think passion's a mindset, it's an ingrained behaviour, but it's only really half the story. Passion alone will only get you so far. So at Triumph, we recognise that we need to focus that passion in a number of ways. We're passionate about quality, about the riding experience, about safety, and we're passionate about innovation. But even with regards to innovation, we recognise we need to focus that on certain areas to strengthen our brand. Those for us are originality, purposeful products, and iconic styling. Focusing innovation on these elements, we feel we can produce the desirable bikes that we offer. So originality, fundamentally, Triumph is the original British motorcycle brand, and we're proud of that heritage. But don't get me wrong, this doesn't stop us being progressive. Originality and authentic is as much about innovation as it is about our legacy influence. Being original and authentic gives us our confidence, and it gives us a solid foundation to build upon motorcycle after motorcycle. Purposeful is about seeing the world through a rider's eyes, and I guess a Triumph rider's eyes specifically. Triumph design is about robustness, rider safety, exceeding customer expectation, and enhancing the riding experience. Just some of the things we do to achieve that are illustrated on screen here. We've got some finite element analysis of a main frame, an image of some fluid dynamics, CAD data for the Trophy 1200 shaft drive, and a short video of the parve testing that each of our bikes passes. The third element is iconic, where we have the Bonneville, named after the Bonneville salt flats of Utah, where Triumph is involved in numerous land speed records. And even now there are guys modifying their modern Bonnevilles to push the boundaries even further. During the 1960s, the iconic Bonneville gained celebrity status with endorsements from the likes of Bob Dylan, Steve McQueen, and Clint Eastwood. Then we've got the Rocket 3 with its 2.3 litre, which is 140 cubic inch, 3-cylinder engine, delivering 148 PS or 163 foot-pounds. I think that pretty much says it all. Then there's the truly iconic Speed Triple, known as the original factory street fighter. The Speed Triple has so many iconic features, I think most of the owners want to give it a protected status. So I think we've ticked the passion box. What about innovation? So according to the English Oxford Dictionary, to innovate is to make changes in something established by introducing new methods, ideas, or products. Off the back of this definition, I think it's just worth clarifying the subtlety between innovation and invention. Would-be entrepreneurs often talk about making their millions by inventing something, whereas I think aspiring to be an innovator would make more business sense. A crude example of this is with the modern-day PC. Arguably credited with the invention of the personal computer is the Altair 8800, which sold in its thousands, whereas the IBM PC, produced a few years later, sold in its millions. And a more modern-day example is Apple. Apple are the masters of innovation. All modern-day Apple products are recreations of existing products. Apple didn't invent the tablet computer, the smartphone, or the MP3 player. Apple improved them and made them better with the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. So innovation is about evolution, it's about making improvements, and it's about adding value. Without good communication channels and document control, you'll be forever trying to get to the point where you consider yourself established. If you're having to keep laying these foundations every time you produce a new product, you'll never get the opportunity to innovate. At Triumph, it's a given that to not innovate is to fail as a business. So rather than to need to promote it, we work on ways of facilitating it. We understand the value of sharing best practice and reporting lessons learned through working groups and accessible documentation. It's this attitude to knowledge management that I think we simply have the time to innovate. Without these foundations, we wouldn't be able to innovate, and we wouldn't have been able to produce this, the Trophy 1200, with its electronically adjustable suspension, traction control, Sirius XM radio, an electrically adjustable screen, and the Triumph Dynamic Luggage System, or TDLS, for improved stability when carrying large loads. TDLS is a great example of innovation at Triumph, and it's actually patent-pending technology. Triumph's Dynamic Luggage System allows a small amount of independent movement, which increases stability and doesn't affect the chassis dynamic performance. It all came about through a number of iterative steps, and the start point was where most bikes in the marketplace are. A majority are fitted with fixed or rigidly mounted luggage, and when those do start to vibrate, they can cause small movements in the chassis, and these can potentially destabilize the bike and cause weaving. This particularly grainy old video illustrates what's meant by weaving, and I just need to make it clear that the bike has been deliberately set up to perform like this when it's ridden at speed. As part of our continued development program, a number of years back we recognised the benefit of decoupling the luggage system from the whole bike, in particular where carrying the large loads were required. This is illustrated on screen here. Continuing that development further, we found that for some bike geometries, decoupling the panniers as a pannier pair rather than individually reduced that instability sensitivity even further, and this time being illustrated in the image on the right. The trick was, how do we get this to work on a production bike? The answer is innovation. It's a combination of Newton laws of motion, adapting a Bowden cable, a suite of CAD tools for fast concept evaluation, and as mentioned previously, the luxury of time for our innovative engineers to bring it all together. The solution being a surprisingly simple linkage mechanism that transfers load and is discreetly packaged. So that's me about done. All I wanted to do was just finish by concluding about the road ahead each of us has. One common thing about that path is it's going to be challenging, with innovation being central to the success of our companies and products. We've seen that innovation teamed with passion can create truly desirable and inspiring products. Some businesses have products that go hand in hand with passion. For those that don't have that luxury, perhaps that passion needs to come from what their products enable downstream. Designing and manufacturing motorbikes is as much about the nuts and bolts as it is about pistons, headlights and fuel tanks. I'm going to leave you with another short video as a metaphor for just how challenging some of those roads can be. Triumph certainly has the drive and passion to rise to the challenge. I think the question is though, do you?
performance motorcycles since 1902.